Howdy. Someone also is here to say hello. Somebody went to the groomers today. They got a bath. They got their nails cut. They got their anal glands expressed. And then I came home and I gave him his own personal bath. I love you so much. He smells so good. He kind of smells like old lady. Oh no. Oops. Hey. I love brushing my hair. I just smacked him in the face. I feel much better. He smells so good. He doesn't always just let me hold him like this. You know, like a baby. They don't always just want to chillax. And he's chillaxed right now. Look at his little feet. Look at his little feet. I have my handy dandy notebook. I did actually write stuff down this time because I've noticed with some of my videos I get off topic. But hello, it's JiggyKiddo. JiggyKiddo and Mata. I'm so sorry to disturb your peace. If you hear him snore or snort, I will not be editing those noises out because they are adorable. Just a quick update. The video that I posted before, I actually made over a year ago. I made it in April of 2024 and I posted it in August of 2025. I did assume that that would help give me the jump start of doing this because it did. It helped. But it definitely even feels outdated. I don't even live in the same house anymore. I don't live in the same state anymore. But Mota is still at my ass, so he is literally sitting in my lap right now. But tonight, it is 9 o'clock, so tonight and all day I was like, I'm going to record a podcast. And I procrastinated and procrastinated and procrastinated. Now here I am. Patting myself on the fucking back, bitch. In general, I've been really thinking and trying to figure out what this podcast is going to be about. Damn it. What is it about? If there's ever a time when you hear thumping, I have upstairs roommates, aka my family. I'll try to cut that out and pause anytime that I hear it's happening, but if I don't, I'm also sorry for that. I kept trying to force it and think about what I wanted this to be about, but I honestly think that I personally do best. I do best when I kind of go with the flow. What I want to talk about tonight, what I want to talk about right now is this is what's been coming to mind. And I don't mean going with the flow and by like not being proactive about it. I mean by like not doing things how they like have to be done. Who the fuck says I need like a specific genre? Nobody did. Nobody told me that these had to be very specific or about anything. I think it's just because people ask me like, what's it about? And I'm usually like, just whatever. Cringe, bear with me, cringe. What I do want to talk about is healing and going through it, but the phase where you're like uncomfortable, you feel ashamed, and just the parts where like you actually feel kind of ugly, you know, the parts that feel icky, the parts that are like, ugh. Because that's like, those parts are actually important. They're just as important as like all of the good days where you accomplish something great. a couple of years, this year, I'm sorry. I have the sorry syndrome. It runs in the family. The posture. A couple of years ago, a flip of a switch went off for me for surezies. That reminds me, if you've ever seen Jennifer's Body, you know the part where she's in the woods with the football player about to fuck him up. And she's like, shutties. My best friend and I, like, for years, tried to figure out what she said until we saw it in subtitles. And she really does say shutties, as in just like, shut up. Like, shut up. That's all I had to say. But fun fact, you know when people say that they like woke up one day, they just like woke up. I fucking woke up. I really feel like I can envision me sitting up in bed after a certain situation and being like, I'm done. Like I could feel it. But yeah, I woke up one day and I was like, this shit has gotta change. With me waking up and doing so, bridges were burned, things changed for the good, and then that's for sure. But one door closes and another one opens. I love corny catchphrases like YOLO. You really only live once. You live once. I believe in reincarnation, but I don't have proof of that. I have faith in it, but I don't have proof of it. So, as I know, you only live once. Like, everything happens for a reason. Just do it. Life is short. There's definitely way better ones to quote, but I can't think of them right now. I did want to talk about the parts that are actually kind of ugly. Ugly fugly. This is not me validating, like, treating people terribly if you're having a bad day. You know, this is me, though, validating that, like, you are allowed to literally have fucking feelings. Aside from the parts being kind of fugly, you don't just wake up one day and realize you've been disrespecting yourself. You don't just wake up and boom, all better. I'm changed because I really want this. You can really want it with all of your heart, mind, body, and soul. But you really actually have to do work. I feel like you know that you're ready when like the repetitive stuff that you hear all the time, you like weren't willing to take that advice actually. You weren't willing to try to do it. So once you get into like a mindset where you can feel that you want to change, or that something needs to change, or that you can do it, you're like, I can actually do this, I want to. And only you know when that time is. I feel like that with a lot of things, sometimes we just wake up and we're like, I can't do this anymore. Whether or not you hit rock bottom, bringing that back to, you don't just wake up one day and realize this and really feel it and then change for the better completely. You're not just like healed overnight, you know? So you can have the knowing. You can have all this knowing about it and the want for it and the need for it. But then it's like, now you gotta do it. Now you really gotta do it. But in between all of that, some of that shit might be rough. Some of that shit might be tough. And that's okay. Because from personal experience, I feel like I have learned the best of the lessons, the biggest of the lessons, the most important of the lessons from going through the scariest, weirdest stuff. Reliving patterns where I finally was like, wow, this is a pattern. So in that knowing, with a whole bunch of shit possibly maybe coming your way in the path of you wanting your life to change, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, sister. Something that has oddly helped me in preparation is expecting the worst. Not in every situation, but in some. Like if I'm about to go out with my friends or family, go have fun, I could be going to the grocery store. But I'm not going to expect it to go terribly, no. But if I'm about to go do something hard and tough, like the DMV, I expect almost nothing to go right now when I go to the DMV. And it helps because when everything does go right, I'm like, oh my God, this is the best. It's gotten me out of so many mental breakdowns to just be like, this might not even work. I might have to leave and come back and leave and come back like 4 times. Let's just hope for the best and come back if we gotta. Cry in my car. Don't cry at the DMV. Wait until you get to your car. But it's okay to cry. It's okay to be extremely pissed off. I also bring this up because I am personally someone that would let like one wrongdoing affect the rest of my day, which is no fun for anyone. Not for me, not for the people I may have plans with. So prepare yourself when you know that like you're about to go into something that might trigger the fuck out of you. It's still okay to be pissed off that shit didn't go right. Like it really is. It really is okay. Random stuff like that throughout everything that you're trying to do to become a stronger, better version of yourself. It will feel weird. It will feel strange. It will feel like I don't want to follow these rules. That's like one of my issues with accepting and coping with things. I have like apparently I am, it's so hard for me to say. I don't know why. Okay. I don't like authority. I don't like to be told what to do. I like to follow rules. I like to do what should be, like driving. I will follow every rule, every sign, every, like, you know, if that makes sense. Like some rules, you should just follow them. When you're working, follow them. What I mean about going against certain things that feel strange, or like you don't want to, I don't know, it's like you're literally learning how to not be fucking selfish. Is that what that is? But don't self-sabotage your whole day. Another weird thing that I've learned to do is if I literally wake up grumpy, or I am grumpy, or I've just like throughout whatever, I'm grumpy, I start to giggle at my grumpiness. Not like I'm walking around with fucking horns, being a bitch to everyone. No. And let me clarify, any of the negative thoughts, oh God, I just spit. Sorry. Any of the negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever that we have as individuals, it can be happening inside us without anyone knowing, of course. Duh. That's obvious. It's not that when I'm feeling this rage that I'm walking around treating everyone like shit. Some people may be rewiring their brain to think differently than it used to. You may be rewiring yourself to react differently than you used to, or not at all. This life is actually my life. I get to choose it. I get to decide. That's wild. That's exciting. That's crazy. And sometimes there's also days where it's like within the last few years of me opening my eyes, opening my heart, opening it more, my intuition is as strong as ever, and it feels like I've wasted a lot of time. Please try not to feel that way. You feel like you're wasting time, go outside. Anytime I feel a bum sort of way, if I'm sitting outside, I feel like better. Sometimes you realize this is the point. Life, literally life, just life. Something my dad likes to tell me is when you don't know what to do, don't do anything. I didn't get it until I got it. He didn't mean like don't do anything, but like I'm just opening things up, going with the flow, letting my intuition, letting my gut feeling tell me things. But then also there's days where I feel ugly, like on the inside ugly. I feel dark. I feel like dark. And that's like but again, gaining certain awareness is the best of it, because no, it's not going to heal everything just because you know that that's happening during that time. But once you do have access to coping mechanisms or ways to release that pain you're having during that time, do that shit safely and do it. Just do it. Something that literally makes you feel better, even if it's so fucking stupid. I'm sorry I'm cussing so much. I'm just getting so into this topic right now. See, I knew I really wanted to talk about this. You're not burdening anyone for grieving. You're not burdening anyone for having emotions. If you're a good person and you're not taking advantage of someone trying to help care for you, as adults, I feel like we do know right or wrong. We don't always make the right decision, but we also, free will lets us apologize for that. Try to learn from our mistakes. Forgiveness, for example. That's something else that I knew. What the fuck? God. Don't know who I just turned into, but my multiple personalities apparently are deciding to come on play. I got a Della, hey. That's been stuck in my head all day. Ooh. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. To forgive is divine. So let's have a glass of wine and have to make up till the end of time. I don't even know if I can go back and watch that part of myself. But if you can name what movie that is from, I will give you nothing except for a good job. So, some days we need to stop picking the pens up. Sometimes we will feel crazy. I don't even mean to label it as crazy, but when I feel like ripping my hair out, what else can that be called? That feels fucking crazy. What is wrong with having these feelings? That's not wrong. It's figuring out why you feel that way. It's figuring out how to not react impulsively, negatively, with damage. Everything is a learning experience. I have punched a few holes in a few walls, and then I hit a concrete one, and that wall punched me back. So I don't do that anymore. If you get what I'm saying, that shit hurt. You live and you learn, but sometimes we can just decide to know that, like, I shouldn't do that. But again, you can't force the perfect decision every time. You can't force a lot of things. That too, in life. Why do we try to force everything? We know that good can come. And I do mean to specify with, like, the topic of this podcast of things that feel like, oh, I should be okay. This should be okay. This shouldn't be happening. Like, it's totally okay that it is. Ring-a-ding-ding. It's okay to have a shitty day. Boom. Forgiveness is what I was trying to talk about, because that, for example, yes, I love forgiveness. I will forgive, forget, move on, when it's time, when it's ready. But I had to live and learn when that was the right time, or when that was deserved. Like, if I told you I forgive you, and my gut, my tummy, and my heart is like, no, you don't, bitch. No, you don't. I can't do it anymore. Not anymore. I can't not do it anymore. But, like, I can't force that. You can't force forgiveness. So sometimes people will tell me, like, you need to let go of that. I can let go, but I just can't forgive right now as much as I want to, and I need to, and I would love to. My spirits are not letting me. And I feel like I'm learning to listen to that, actually, because you don't have to be mean to someone that you don't actually forgive yet. You don't have to be friends with them either, but you can accept that, like, I'm not ready. I really hope that any of this made sense. I have the pen again. I feel like this is the most serious content I have ever created. It is. This is serious. This is serious stuff, guys. Shout out to September being Suicide Awareness Month, while we speak of honestly mental health. I feel like this video related to a lot of mental health. So if anything, that may be in a way what I knew I would possibly lean towards. I was like, we can talk about fashion, photography, food, which we still can. But is that my passion? No, my passion is to help people. I'm being so serious. If I can talk about the shit that I know is actually really, like, even I myself am having a little bit of an uncomfortable time opening up about some of this stuff. But I can do it. I will do it. Because this stuff should be talked about. This stuff is important. This stuff is normal. It is normal to be a human being. Something I'll end it with. I have a pen again. Something good to end this with is, I saw someone say recently, I don't remember who said it, what I was watching it on, probably YouTube. If God came to you and was like, yo, would you rather live forever on a beautiful land, you know, amazing things, but like you have no emotions, you can't love, you can't be angry, you can't cry, so you can't feel pain, sorrow, you can't feel excitement, joy, but you get to live forever? Or would you rather live for like a blip, a tiny little snippet? Still get to like live on land and shit, live on land, water, ocean, whatever you call it, earth, and feel all of it. The love, the joy, the fights, the pain, all of the above. And with healing come emotions, lots of them. Lots of them. I used to like never cry ever. I was scared of it. I didn't want anyone to see me cry ever. To the point where I think my body stopped letting it. Stopped letting me cry. So even that, bitch, I let myself cry. Instead of one pen, I picked up two now. I picked up both pens. What for? And a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That wasn't very ladylike. Oh gosh, that just really does something. I know there's a such thing as brushing your hair too much, but don't tell on me. Again, thanks for coming back and for listening. Healing is a journey and it's emotional, as it should be. Good days, bad days, great days, all the days. Everything is supposed to happen the way it is supposed to happen. Everything happens for a reason. Duh.